Aloha, my name is Laurie, and I'm so honored to share with you something near and dear to my heart, something that has helped me and many others transform our lives in so many ways to become happier and healthier. And this is Tao Calligraphy Tao Chang. And as a psychologist, I'm working for over 15 years. I've often wondered, why certain clients had such a challenging time, in their progress. Why, one thing would happen after the other. And I really wanted to help more people, not just my clients, but others, but felt I was missing something. And so I was feeling so grateful and so blessed when I finally learned about Dr. and Master Qigong Sha, who is by training a Western doctor, MD, as well as a traditional Chinese medicine doctor. And he's also a grand master in many ancient um, arts and disciplines such as Tai Chi, Qigong, Kung Fu, Feng Shui, I Ching, and Shufa, which is Chinese calligraphy. And so he has shared such powerful wisdom, teachings, services like Tao Calligraphy Tao Chang that I wanted to share a little bit more about this with you. So Tao Calligraphy Tao Chang is a healing art field. And Tao is known to be the source, the ultimate creator, the grand unified field in quantum physics. And Tao is a term that was coined by Lao Tzu, who was the author of the Tao Te Ching, to express this field of unlimited potential and possibilities. And Chang is just another word for field in Mandarin. So, what are the causes of illness? Before I explain more, and in Western medicine or conventional medicine, there are many factors such as like bacteria, viruses, parasites, stress, trauma, physical defects. There's biochemical imbalances of the brain, environmental factors, genetic factors that are viewed to be the cause of illness. And so the healing, the modality focuses on matter or jing in its treatment. And in traditional Chinese medicine or TCM, they focus on like energy or qi. And there's a saying that if qi flows, one is healthy. If qi is blocked, one is sick. And TCM identifies many different factors that are affecting this qi flow, such as natural factors such as the wind, the cold, the heat, dampness. There's emotional factors such as anger, overexcitability, or worry, grief, sadness, and accidental factors such as falls or bites or injuries. But Master Shaw felt that we were not talking about the root cause of illness. And he believes that the root cause of illness is impure or blocked messages. And this is the focus of the teachings in Shen medicine, is a book written by Dr. and Master Hudoba, who is a neurosurgeon, and Tao Science, co-written by Dr. Master Shah, as well as Dr. Roland Shu, who is a quantum physicist. And they talk about Shen. Shen is the Mandarin term. Shen is broken down into three components. And so the first is soul or message. So soul is similar to spirit in more of the spirituality, in the spiritual terms, and the message or information in more scientific terms. But Master Shah feels that this is a wonderful way that we can unite science and spirituality if we are all able to understand these terms and how it can relate. So we will say that the message is like the content of the information. And the heart then is the receiver of the information. And the heart is not necessarily just the physical heart, but it's what we call like the core of life. It is like, I would say, like the qualities of the heart. If you say someone is big-hearted, open-hearted, they're open to receive, these messages. The mind is the processor of information, and then this is like beliefs that we have, mindsets, attitudes, and so forth. Mind is consciousness, okay? And then again, we review energy, which is the actioner. It acts on the information. Energy is like the force, the life force. In some traditions, they say mana in Hawaiian, prana, or pranic energy. And it goes to matter, which is a transformer or the manifester. And so Master Shah teaches that everyone and everything is made of Shen, Qi, and Jing. And there are two types of Shen, Qi, Jing. One is a positive Shen, Qi, Jing. And these are messages that are create order, connection, and harmony. So it can be with our systems so we can have better health. And positive Shen, Qi, Jing carries what Master Shah calls the 10 Da. Da means greatest, the 10 greatest qualities. And these are like Da Ai, greatest love, Da Kuan Chu, greatest forgiveness, Da Bei, greatest compassion, Da Guang Ming, greatest light, Da Bei, greatest humility, Da He, greatest harmony, Da Chang Shang, greatest flourishing, Da Gan En, greatest gratitude, Da Fu, greatest service, and Da Yuan Man, greatest enlightenment. So if there are messages within these qualities, they can have positive Shen, Qi, Jing and effects on our bodies. But if there's a second type of Shen, Qi, Jing that's called negative Shen, Qi, Jing. And these are Shen, Qi, Jing that creates blockages. They lack what we call the 10 Da qualities, or are even in opposite of the 10 Da qualities. And they cause disorder, disconnection, and disharmony, leading our bodies or our systems to not be healthy. And so example of these negative messages or blockages on the solar message level, we view them as mistakes that we or our ancestors may have created throughout time, such as hurtful and harmful behaviors, speech, and thoughts. And here are some examples, from killing to just complaining. These would be some of these negative messages. Some of the blockages of the heart, whereas the positives might be like the compassion, the love, unconditional love, and forgiveness. The impurities could be things such as selfishness, greed, anger, jealousy, lack of self-worth or guilt, and more. And in terms of the mind blockages, it would be things like negative beliefs, negative mindsets, negative attitudes, ego, attachments, and more. So it's these negative thoughts, also, and judgments that we might have that can lead us to poor health. And so again, why does a person get sick or have challenges? We believe that it is negative Shen, Qi, Jing that causes sickness, and that all challenges in life are due to Shen, Qi, Jing blockages. And so let's recap the relationship of Shen, Qi, Jing. So it starts with the message, and the message leads to the heart. So the message is the content, leads to the heart that receives the message, that leads to the mind that processes the message, that leads to the energy that one takes action upon the message, that leads to matter, which manifests the message. And so we will have maybe some challenges in life, whether it's finances or relationships, or if in our bodies, maybe tumors or growth that are not healthy conditions. So let's say that this represents a person that has positive Shen, Qi, Jing on this side and negative Shen, Qi, Jing represented by the black of dots. They have a lot, okay? And we do have a few positive Shen Jing. So this might be one that maybe someone who's not quite well because they have a lot of negative blockages in here. Okay, so what is health or healing? So to heal is to transform the negative Shen Qi Jing to positive Shen Qi Jing. Okay, and so let's say that this is someone that received positive Shen Qi Jing, which melted away these negative Shen Qi Jing. So you see that there is less of this negative, darker dots that might represent the negative Shen Qi Jing, and more of this pretty pink dots that would represent the positive Shen Qi Jing. So in this situation, we would have someone that is in a better health or a better condition. Okay, so to go back to Tao calligraphy and Tao Chang, Tao calligraphy is a healing art that is based on the Ibitsu oneness writing style that Master Sha learned from his teacher, Professor Lee, who was the only lineage holder in Ibitsu, and she passed it along to Master Sha. So Master Sha took this sacred oneness writing style of Ibitsu, and he, with his special training, his power, his credentials, and his service, is able to connect with the Tao source, this grand unified field, in a special way to pour this Tao source Shen Qi Jing, which carries this positive, pure Shen Qi Jing, into this calligraphy. And that creates a Tao calligraphy. And a field of Tao calligraphy so create what we call a Tao Chang. So Tao Chang is a Tao source field that carries and embodies the 10 Da, the 10 greatest qualities and natures that are the core and essence of Tao source and Tao Chang, or Tao calligraphy, in order to transform and enlighten all life. And so how does this Tao Chang work? So as we mentioned, the Tao Chang is Tao calligraphy. Tao calligraphy is Tao Chang. They are pure Shen Qi Jing fields that is the purest Shen Qi Jing field with the 10 greatest natures that can melt and transform the negative Shen Qi Jing fields in our health, relationships, finances, and every aspect of life. It carries that positive qualities, right? So we are blessed to have worldwide Tao Chang centers in 9 different locations, and they are listed on the screen. I am from Hawaii, so we're very blessed that we have one right here in Honolulu. And this is maybe an example or a picture of a Tao Chang that was here when Master Sha came in Hawaii, and with all of these beautiful Tao calligraphies that create this positive, pure Shen Qi Jing field that can heal and transform our negative Shen Qi Jing fields. So I hope that you too will experience this transformation of the Tao Chang for yourself. I thank you so much for allowing me to share and hope to see you soon at a Tao Chang. Aloha.